Rich dad, that of which being Mike's dad, versus the poor dad, that of which being Robert's dad. Really? Who? You should be asking Mike's dad. My dad? Yes, the town is amazed with your dad's financial skills. We're talking about my dad, right? If he's so good with money, then why is our house so small? Why is our car old? And why do we not go on vacations? I think you'll learn a lot from your dad. Money isn't all about what you buy and show off to others. Because of this, the next day they rushed over to a warehouse where Mike's dad worked. Mike assumed he was poor because of the things they bought and used. But Mike's dad owned warehouses, a construction company, a few grocery stores, and a few restaurants. I told my dad we were coming over to ask him about money. Oh, what did he say? He said he'd make us an offer when we got there. I don't know what it is yet. We'll find out soon enough. And thus began the meeting with Rich Dad, Mike's dad. Hello, boys. Let's make this quick. I have another meeting soon that I can't be late to. Do you know how to make money? I sure do, and here's the deal. You work for me at the warehouse, and I'll teach you. I'll only teach while you work for me. The pay is 10 cents an hour each Saturday for 3 hours. What do you say? Every Saturday? Only 10 cents? That's the deal. Take it or leave it. I'll only teach while you work. Your Saturdays or my lessons. Which do you want? Robert said, Take it. Thus began the hard work for a 9-year-old. They worked each Saturday dusting off the cans and stacking them again. And dust was common because they lived in Hawaii and the doors were always open since air conditioning wasn't very common. As such, each Saturday Robert would use his 30 cents to buy some comic books to relieve the boredom he experienced from stacking and dusting for 3 hours. After a month, Mike's dad, the rich dad, hasn't taught him anything and he was ready to quit. I'm gonna quit. Now my Saturdays are awful and I only make 30 cents. The worst part of it is he hasn't taught us anything. He isn't following his end of the deal. And then Mike started laughing. I'm serious. My dad thought this would happen. He said he could read you like a book. He's going to talk with you this Saturday. Thus began the fated second meeting. Robert was pacing back and forth in the lobby, waiting to talk to Rich Dad about how he hasn't kept his end of the bargain. My dad said I should go in there and demand a raise or I should quit on the spot. When I see him, I'm going to let him have it. The door opened up and boy was he ready to go. Robert said, You haven't kept your end of the bargain. Either give me 25 cents an hour or I quit. Rich Dad said, Well done. In less than a month, you sound just like my employees. I'm serious. You said you'd teach me how to make money. I am teaching you. I just don't like teaching in lectures like they do at school. You haven't done anything. I only agreed to 10 cents an hour to learn how to make money. You got pushed around for a month and didn't say anything. If you're the type of person who has no guts, you'll die a boring old man. Deep down, you're terrified of risks. You wanted more out of life, but you won't do anything because the risks in your mind outweigh the benefit. You intentionally didn't teach me because you thought I'd give up without saying anything? I wanted to see what you'd do when you got a taste of life. What taste of life? That nobody wants to help you. You have to help you. That's why I only gave you 10 cents an hour. So the lesson is that you exploit your workers. I see you're still in the mindset of blaming others. If you think I'm the problem, then try to change me. However, let me tell you that it's a lot easier to change yourself than it is to change other people. What are you saying? Don't blame others for your problems. Figure something out for yourself. But you only paid 10 cents an hour. What did you learn? You're cheap and treat workers poorly. So you still think I'm the problem. Yes, you are. If you keep that attitude, you'll learn nothing. If I really am the problem, what are your choices that you can make? Say to pay me more, teach me, or I'll quit. That's what most people do. People think looking around will magically solve their problems when it doesn't. You find another cheap boss who will just do the same thing. Well, what else could I possibly do? Just take the 10 cents and give up trying to be rich? That's also what most people do, accepting their situation. Robert began getting the taste of life that Rich Dad was talking about. So what solves this problem? The stuff between your ears should help you out. Just let me give you a saying I've lived by my whole life. The poor and middle class work for money. The rich have their money work for them. I'm glad you got upset and wanted to talk about only getting 10 cents an hour on a Saturday. If you accepted that payment, I knew you would have been unteachable. Anger is formed from a burning desire for something, and that desire leads to success. People love playing it safe with money and being secure. This is because fear of failure is driving their choices instead of passion. If you know they want more, why aren't you paying them more? Paying them more won't solve any problems they have. The more people have, the more they spend. Look at your dad, Robert. He makes a lot of money being a teacher in Hawaii, but struggles with bills. So that's why I'm only getting 10 cents an hour? Yes, because getting paid so little makes you hate working for money. You need to change your mindset from working for money to having money work for you. Which then leads into the question of, are you ready to learn, Robert? And he said, of course. At a young age, you got a taste of life. Know that you need to have a passion drive your life, not fear, and have your money work for you. You have learned so much in just a short span of 1 month. We can go even further with these lessons. Each Saturday, you personally got handed 30 cents for your work. This doesn't happen in real life. Actual workers get taxed on what they earn, what they spend, what they save, and when they die. What? How is that possible? Yes, it's amazing what governments do. That being said, I'd bet I pay less in taxes than your dad, even though I make more money. That doesn't make any sense. There's a lot to learn. Making money work for you is a lifetime of studying followed with no need for working. Taking courses in college is 4 years of study followed with a lifetime of working. Taxes are just a portion of understanding money and making it work for you. We'll talk about this and more later on. For now, get back to work. However, you won't be getting 10 cents an hour. You'll be working for free. Free? I've already had this talk with Mike, and he's out there working for free. You boys have potential.